DDO Players Gen Con 2018 convention coverage brought to you by the Easy Roller Dice Company. Check out EasyRollerDice.com for all of your dice needs. From metal dice to dice cups to dice trays, Easy Roller Dice has what you need. You can save 15% on your checkout if you use the coupon code DDO Players, all one word and all uppercase. And once again, a big thanks to Easy Roller Dice Company for sponsoring our Gen Con 2018 coverage. Hey everybody, it is DDO Players, and we are here at Gen Con 2018. We're in the Japanime booth, and I happen to have run into a very important person. That would be Mr. Brett Fidel. How you doing?
Good, how you doing?
I'm not doing too bad. How's your Gen Con? I know it's the first day.
It is, yeah. It's already been really busy. It's already exciting, so I'm glad to be here. And
excellent.
Having fun showing off Love Battle.
Yeah, like I say, well, I'm glad I ran into you here in the booth. You are the designer of the new game that is coming out?
Yeah, so it's currently on pre-order. It should be available within the next 3 months. Shooting for possibly having some copies available at Essen Spiel. So it's $40 right now on pre-sale at the Japanime Games website.
Excellent. And that's Love Battle High School,
Love Battle
the
High
name
School,
of it.
correct.
So you want to give me the quick explanation, the elevator pitch, if you will, of the game.
Yeah, so Love Battle High School is a harem-style anime board game which focuses on story. So everybody gets to play everybody in the game. At the beginning of the game, what you're going to do is you're going to select which one or two of these girls you want to be the one true match or love triangle if you want to go for two. And
nice.
At the end of the game, if you successfully get that girl's love track as higher than all the other girls, then you win key, which is like the victory points of the game as well as sort of the money. Other ways to gain key during the game are to get plot points. The plot points are basically like achievements, so if you successfully do whatever it says on the plot points there,
okay,
you're able to grab that card and gain key at the end of the game. Players play both a hero phase and a girl phase, so you're moving Hiroshi, who's the bumbling hero, and all 5 of the lovely ladies. During the hero phase, the hero gets to move around and take actions and stuff, and then the girl phase, they use cards to both move and do their abilities.
Okay, so how long have you been working on the game? I know you are the designer of it. So.
Yeah, I started, let's see, about 2.5 years ago. Yeah.
So what's the reaction been to it so far? I realize, we haven't, the vendor hall hadn't been open real long yet today, but.
So it's, Japanime has been promoting it for a few months now.
Yeah, they have.
Yeah, so there's been a lot of good reception, especially at the anime cons. Anime lovers love it. The harem genre, of course, is a pretty popular one amongst anime fans. And to my knowledge, there hasn't really been a tabletop version of it that I can think of.
Yeah, not that I can think of.
Yeah, but even gamers that I know, I mean, obviously it was tested very heavily over the course of the 2 years. So I've people that hate anime have played it, people that love anime have played it, people that like anime but aren't really gamers have played it, and a general consensus of everyone really loves it. And as you can see, the art really pops out as well.
Awesome art, but of course all the games from Japanime have good art.
One of their hallmarks.
So, and when, once again, is this going to be out?
This should be out late fall.
But it's pre-order up now?
Pre-order is up now for $40.
All right, now I will add a link into the description of this video so you can go pre-order Love Battle High School.
Thank you.
Hey, it's DDO Players, and we are still at Gen Con 2018, still in the Japanime booth, and I'm here with Rick, who is the redesigner, as you said, of Kamigami Battles. So you want to tell me how you redesigned the game?
Sure. Well, this is the original game was called Kanzumi Goddess. Part of the reason it was called Kanzumi Goddess was because it came in a can. A lot of people thought it was a unique thing until they tried to sleeve their cards. And when you couldn't get all your sleeve cards back in the can, it started to be not as cool of an idea. So the redesign process was the game was one of the main elements of the game was the plan on the designer was it was going to be a multiplayer co-op game kind of with team play. Most people don't play it that way.
Okay.
So some of the cards were only effective in team battles, so you use them. But there was also editing issues. The cards were very wordy. So the text fonts were very small, So as you got older, it was much harder to play this game than it was when you were younger.
I had that with a lot of games like this.
Another design element of the original game is it uses colors for the various warriors, and the colors had no symbology in them, which meant that if you were colorblind, you had a very hard time playing the game. So we added elements of symbols so that each color had its own unique symbol. We did keywords to cut down the text, and then we added a completely new element, which is the temples. So you had gods, and then you have your temples, and the combination of the god and the temple can change per game because each god has 3 spheres of influence. Those spheres of influence can correspond to any temple that matches those symbols.
Okay.
Which gives you elements. It also gives you another element of attack, so you can attack either the god or the temple. The god is the only way you win, but the temple, if you can eliminate the energy on it, it's destroyed for the rest of the game. What we've done, though, is also on top of redesigning the base game, we've actually designed a whole new expansion, our whole new base game, which is River of Souls. The original was the Greek gods battling the Norse gods. With River of Souls, we introduced Egyptian gods and Babylonian gods. In the future, we have planned Chinese, Japanese, Hindu, and Celtic gods. They're going to be standalone $20 expansions that you can mix and match with the original sets. All the sets are completely compatible, and there's rules for doing your own custom decks to play with your friends.
All right, so let's get a quick overview look at the game itself. Can you just kind of give me a quick overview of how the game plays?
The game plays, first you choose your god and your temple. I won't go into the exact details on it, but that's how the game starts. Once you've done that, they start with the amount of energy, 15 for the god, 5 for the temple. When the energy of the god either reaches 25 or 0, that god's either eliminated, or if you get to 25, you win the game. If the god goes to 0, you're eliminated. In a multiplayer game, you play until there's only one god left or one god has reached 25. How the damage is done is by using the warriors. In the base game, the warriors are drawn from the various zodiac symbols. In the expansions, we're using mythological creatures, heroes, and other significant beings from there. Each of these warriors has a color symbol, and one of the unique mechanics and one of the things people like about this game is the color symbols. You have a primary color, which is the color of the card, so this would be a yellow card, but then it chains into the white or the green, which means then if I had a green card like this card in my hand, so normally the play style is you can play one warrior a turn. If I have a card that matches the chaining colors of the card, then I can play that as well. Now this chains into red, so if I had a red warrior, I could keep chaining, and I can keep playing cards until I have no more chaining effects.
Oh, okay.
Or I have no more disciples. Disciples can be played just as they are. They generally do resource generation, but then you also have defensive cards that defend against the opponent. Your red cards primarily are your attack cards. They do a certain amount of damage based on their attack value. You can use defense cards to stop, and anything that remains goes towards your god or your temple. The game mechanics, the marketplace is randomly generated and is refilled from this warrior deck. And as I said before, the game ends when your god's at 0 or somebody reaches 25.
And what do you estimate gameplay length to be on this?
30 to 45 minutes, depending on the amount of gameplay. We also gave an optional rule where you could slim this deck down, which would decrease your game time because you'd have less cards, which means you'd have a more solid strategies that could maybe generate a quicker outcome.
All right, and is this available now? It
will be available fourth quarter of this year. With these 2 base games, the expansions that I spoke about will be available over a 3 to 6 month period in the first half of next year.
All right, and the pre-orders, I'm assuming, are up on the website now?
Pre-orders are on our website as well as at the show here at Gen Con if you want to stop by the booth. We do have incentives for pre-ordering. We also have play mats and sleeves coming out based on the various characters.
All right, so you can look for that over on the Japanime website. I will link the pre-order for this one as well, so you can check it out. Coming soon.